What is a woman?
Anyone who wants to identify themselves as a woman.
Oh man. Anyone who wants to identify as a woman.
A woman is a biological female or someone who completely transitions into a woman.
Biological female, but I also agree because there's women, but there's also trans women.
A woman is an individual whose sex corresponds with that of the only sex which can produce offspring.
Socially, I think they can be. If you're presenting fully, it doesn't matter what's down there, that's, I guess, you and your partner's business, but if you're presenting fully, then...
Can you be a black man?
Can I?
Yeah.
No.
Can you center up a little?
Why not?
Because I'm not.
What if you present yourself as being one?
I mean, if I fully committed...
That would just be blackface.
Yeah, like if I literally could become one, sure. Like, all I'm saying is that if...
What do you mean, become one?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, wait. What I'm saying is that if there is a person or a trans woman just going about their day, whatever, and you didn't know that they were a trans woman, I would say socially that they could be considered a woman just for the sake of just having it easy. I'm not gonna...
So if I showed up at a party and I pulled a rabbit out of a hat, does that mean that socially I could do magic? Or would I just be presenting an illusion?
I think a little bit of both. If you could trick people. I'm not saying that it's not an illusion.
If you can trick people, right, if you can trick them. So it wouldn't change the fact of the matter, it would be a trick.
No, correct.
So if you presented yourself as a black man, would that be the fact of the matter, or would it be a trick?
It would, I guess, be a trick.
Gotcha.
I can't physically become a black man.
Oh, then how come a man can physically become a woman ever, or a woman physically become a man?
I think surface level they can. Like, they can...
Well, what does that mean, though? That just means that they're tricking you, right?
Yes, definitely. Just tricking
So
you.
what you're saying is that there are some people out there who can trick you into believing a thing which is not true.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, then I agree.
Okay.
Now, even though it's clear that a lot of these women are lacking brain cells, I still find it hard to believe they can't define what woman is. They know exactly what a woman is because they're women. It's a bit of a shame that so many women are so weak-minded and scared to tell the truth, as if it's a bad thing to say what a woman is. Are you not proud to be a woman? Take a look at this.
What is a woman?
Oh, that's such a deep question. I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, I guess a woman is now there's a lot of gender fluidity. And so a woman is anybody that either defines as a woman or in the terms of biology, a female person that can carry a baby. But a woman is anybody who defines as a woman.
I don't think it's defined. I think if somebody identifies as a woman, then they are a woman. I don't think there's any biological or psychological determinants to what a woman can be.
Whoever feels as though she is one. Yeah.
Just like in the first clip, all of these women know what a woman is. They're just sheep. They're just going to say what they think is correct. If they went on Twitter or TikTok tomorrow and it said, we've all got to say that the sky is red, even though it's clearly blue, they say the sky is red. And these same women that also say that anyone that identifies as a woman is also a woman will be the first ones complaining when they've got to share a changing room with some weird man.
Should biological females have the option of a female-only change room?
Fair and safe would be allowing them to be in a female category because they identify as a female and that is what they want.
Is it fair and safe for biological females?
Yeah.
I would feel completely safe.
Are there physical advantages biological males have over biological females?
Sometimes women can work 10 times harder than a man and be way better. We're just different.
On average, are men stronger than women?
Are we talking strength?
I don't know, bench press, whatever metric you want to use.
I suppose, yeah.
And if they are, would that confer an unfair advantage to biological men who went into women's categories? Would that confer an unfair advantage on them?
No. They're a woman. They should be allowed to be in there.
If that's the case, why separate sports at all, if we don't draw that distinction between biological males and biological females and the advantages that might come with respect to physical strength as a consequence of, say, testosterone throughout development and in the moment, my concern would be that we wouldn't have fair competition for biological females and that the competitions would be dominated by biological males.
You're better off explaining this to a brick wall. She's purposely being difficult. She's not going to agree with anything, even if she knows it's true. People like her don't care about inclusivity or making the world a better place. All they care about is virtue signalling. If she really cared, she'd realise that a lot of women are not comfortable sharing private places with men.
I just came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman, but I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. Day 2 of Planet Fitness saga. I came in Monday, there's a man in the women's locker room, a little girl sitting in the corner. She could have been 12 years old, in a towel, kind of freaked out that there's a man. Well, I was offended. I took a picture of him, and I asked him, why are you there? You're a man with a penis. Why are you in the women's locker room? He justified by saying I'm queer LGB, and I said you shouldn't be in the women's locker room. This morning I got canceled. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room. It's rather disturbing. I would like for you women to stand up and have a voice. Stop the shenanigans. I just want to tell Samantha and Joe that work there and own it, thank you so much for canceling my membership. You saved me the trip. Have a great day.
It says here, Planet Fitness stands by a decision to allow men in women's locker rooms and warns members that their discomfort is not a reason to exclude transgender people. Some members may feel uncomfortable with a transgender member using the same locker room, bathrooms, showers, or facilities separated by sex. This discomfort is not a reason to deny access to the transgender member. So basically, Planet Fitness care more about trans rights than women's rights. It also seems that they cancelled the wrong lady's membership because it's pissed a lot of people off, and everyone's writing on Twitter, #boycott Planet Fitness, and their stocks are going down.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I totally disagree with that. Okay, so what have I said that's racist? Seriously, I mean, like, this is what...
Take your hat off. That's not
This
racist.
has nothing to do with the race and everything to do with the rule of law. Immigration's about the rule of law.
Immigration is about keeping the others out, even though this country was founded on genocide.
America is the most tolerant, multiracial country in the world.
They want to be inflammatory. Do not support or engage in this toxic state.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, is that we have lost our ability to have a conversation in this country. You immediately get called something that you're not, you challenge it with facts and dialogue, and then they walk away.
This is the thing with a lot of these delusional college students. It's toxic, phobic this, phobic that, when it's an opinion that's different to theirs. And then when you start telling them facts that they don't like, then it's all over. They start screaming or they run away.
Where is a systemic issue? Where is a law that's in the system? Where is a policy that's in the system of systemic racism in our country?
I don't want to talk anymore.
Gotcha, bitch. Women are left out of the conversation because a lot of the time men don't think that it's worth their time to watch a quote-unquote women's film. And I mean, it was enjoyed by women all over the world.
If women produce good content, they'll get all the accolades. I don't understand this obsession with Barbie, because Barbie as a character is quite unlikable. She treats Ken horribly. I don't understand why you're having this horrible plastic person being kind of the echelon or the upper echelon of the ultimate woman. It's ridiculous. So apart from the fact that she's a horrible character, the film was trash. They spent more money on the marketing than the actual content production, which shows a lot. You know, this idea that women always have to be nominated or you always have to have some diverse category to show that there's progress is ridiculous. This is why Hollywood has suffered so much. Hollywood has had bad film years. In 2001, when Halle Berry won the Oscar, it was a pretty slow film year. But you couldn't argue that the content was terrible. Now the content is terrible because you can't make anything that you want to, because everything has to have some diversity push.
And even when you do, when it comes to sports and entertainment, it's nothing to do with gender. It's not because people don't like women. It's not because they put less money into it. It's because less people watch it because it's not as good. If the film's really good and it's a bunch of women, people will go and watch it. If the sport's really good and it's a bunch of women, people will go and watch that.
Simples. Because maternal love is the love that's going to change the future of mankind. So we'd like you to...
we like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind, because it's more inclusive.
There we go, exactly. Yes, thank you.
We can all learn from each...
Shut up, bitch! We can't say women anymore. We've got to say bodies with vaginas.
you can't say hip, hip, hooray anymore because it could offend people with a hip injury. You can't have an admissions office at some universities now. You have to call it Office of Enrollment Management, because if you say admissions office, that suggests somebody's going to be rejected. You know, who is it that's pushing this? Well, I'm telling you who's pushing it. It's virtue signaling corporations and universities.
I've said before, we're living in the most advanced times of some of the dumbest people, but it's also the softest people. We're getting dumber and softer by the day. I can't believe anybody actually gets offended or gives a fuck about any of this. I think the only way to stay sane is to use comedy and just take the piss.
What have you been campaigning for this week?
We've actually been campaigning to get Manchester changed to Personchester, just to make the place a little bit more inclusive.
It's 2023, it's not the 1940s anymore. It's scandalous, really.
I totally share the rage. I mean, how many non-identifying males have been in the car on the M60, seen the Manchester sign and thought, oh, I'm not welcome?
It's heartbreaking, really.
I just get emotional sometimes when I think about it.
Elk Grove, California, where parents caught wind of a secret pride club for their elementary school kids.
I beg your pardon?
Parents say a teacher came to their 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, pitching them on an after-school club where boys could crush on boys and girls could crush on girls. Seems like something parents might want to know about, but for some reason, the school never told them the club was happening, and they're not happy.
The fact that the club is called UBU in certain circumstances, but Rainbow Clubs and others, shows the intentional deception surrounding the club.
This elementary school requires permission to participate in gardening club, but somehow this club got lost in the shuffle of things, according to the principal.
You don't find that suspicious?
To be honest, I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans, or if you identify as Babe the Pig. Just keep that stuff away from kids. Kids need to be protected and enjoy being kids for as long as possible. They don't need to be exposed to any of that. And to not tell the parents should be illegal.
Hey guys, update. I didn't get the job. I just got the email. I'm guessing my appearance had a lot to do with it.
Yep, sounds about right.
Here is the update on the interview I just had. So I walk in and this older guy is at a desk and he looks me up and down and I go, hi, I'm, full name. I'm here for the interview. And he goes, your full name? And I go, yep, that's me. He seemed a little disappointed for some reason, but I was trying to keep it cheerful and, see if I still have my chance, I guess. But no, it turns out all of a sudden he actually hired someone and had this whole elaborate backstory for this person that he supposedly just hired. But if that elaborate, totally real person doesn't work out, guess who's getting a call?
Not you, you're getting sent straight to Michael.
Get some help.